Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another scene for the living world of darkness, Rage Across New York. And we are setting this scene on the Up to the Green, as usual, and in the Northern Woods. Not as usual, but you know, whatever. Seems legit. Where 10 Point has already given Felix the heads up to meet them there at about, you know, this time. And 10 Point will probably be much as we left off in the last scene, kind of trailing behind Aiden as they head in looking for that their elusive Right Master and probably, hopefully, maybe spotting a Felix, a wild Felix.
Felix is a very timely man.
He is.
Yeah.
Why, hello. It's me, Felix.
And yeah, they'll walk in after Aiden stares at him. Hello, Felix. This is me, Aiden. As they're walking in.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting you so soon.
I'm built on surprises. Man known as Felix.
We shall see.
10 Point is not taking part in your shenanigans. She's just kind of trailing behind and looking at her feet.
Wait. The last time I was... Hang on. The last time I was here looking for the Right Master, and he's like, I'm going to roll some fucking perception alertness. Because the last time there was a game of hide and go seek.
Let me see if that is still going. I can't be sure, so extra dice roller it is. I've decided now that this is what I'm naming this scene.
2 success. Felix whips his head around and looks through the brush, through the treetops. He's looking all over the place, trying to find this guy.
Fuck it, I might as well roll some dice. I only get 1 success.
Ten Point is no help. 10 Point has taken little mouse buddy off of her head and is just kind of holding him in her hand and consoling herself with like scritching his teeny chin. Because you know what? The Right Master will show up when the Right Master fucking feels like it.
Robbie.
What up?
In the distance, you see a fire. It's a small fire. No more than a pinprick of light.
Yeah. Felix is like going to start running towards it. I see a thing!
Descriptive as Aiden's walking after him. Hands in his pockets, shaking his head.
He's going to run like a Naruto fanboy. Like leaned at like a 90-degree angle with his arms outstretched behind him.
Scientifically, that is proven to have made people run faster.
My God. 10 Point and Little Mouse Bro will trail behind Aiden still. Though she will do her best to keep an eye on Felix as he mad dashes off like a complete weirdo because she has no point of reference into the brush. Just eyebrow quirking. So yeah,
Felix?
clearly Felix will be the first to make landfall.
Scientifically, he's faster.
Damn it.
That was an out of character comment, and you know it.
Hey, so was
Out
his.
of character. Out of character. Scientifically, he's faster.
He's also running, which the other two are not. So, you know, that helps.
So he will get to, because he's running, the others aren't. He will get to the fire first.
Ah! And he'll point.
And sitting in front of this fire is a familiar figure. He is, however, dressed in what seems to be more Hamid ways. Instead of the tattered leather sort of robe and hide pants that you've seen him in before, he's wearing jeans, working boots, a loose t-shirt. The white mark on his face is gone.
Felix will get down to his knees and lift his chin.
Felix, not who I was expecting, but you are welcome.
Apologies for the surprise, Raya. I won the race.
You were racing.
It appears as if I may have been the only person competing.
I see.
Yeah, I'm assuming not long after Aiden and 10 Point arrive, and Aiden will immediately get to one knee and present throat. Walking very calmly, casually.
Yep, and 10 Point will do the same a couple paces behind him.
Ah. So you have come.
Yes, Raya.
Good. Good. 10 Point.
Yes, sir.
No. This provides a different opportunity. Felix, you have not been packed with Aiden, have you?
No, Raya.
Have you served on the front lines with him?
Most recently, yes. I joined with him the suicide mission before, or not before, excuse me, he'd say ushering in the war against the Hellhole.
Explain to me the difficulties Felix's emotions have created for those not packed with him. Be blunt.
I assume you meant to say Aiden's.
Aiden's, yeah. Who did I say?
You said Felix's.
I'm sorry.
And does he allow Felix to stand, or is he still bearing through it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Felix take the second to get up and brush off the knees of his pants, and kind of gives him an apologetic look before he proceeds.
That's an obvious apologetic look.
Yeah. But then he's gonna look back at Broken.
And Broken Whispers has a scowl on his face. There are no apologies, for the worm does not give us any.
Yes, Raya. Aiden's temper has earned him quite a bit of grief. Specifically, there are members of the Sept that mock him as an Arun for that very specific reason. In addition to that, there have also been a number of times that he's frenzied in inopportune moments, which have made situations unnecessarily more difficult.
Unnecessarily more difficult.
Yes,
Say weakness when you mean weakness.
been moments when he has weakened the unity of the Sept.
Did you have prior knowledge of him coming to me for help?
Before this venture? No, Raya. We've just come from a meeting. I learned privately at that meeting.
And how has Aiden performed in the recent weeks?
Penitently, Raya.
Explain.
During the war, he focused considerably on his duties as a Ragabash and acted with considerably more restraint than he has in past endeavors. There have been moments, some more obvious and clear than others, that he's worked to contain his rage.
I see. And what of his other weakness?
His other weakness, Raya?
And he looks over at Aiden.
You, Aiden, nod. I've made peace with people. I've made peace with William White, Platine. Those who I've come into conflict with, I have tried to change. In regards to what I was, I have made my peace with it and moved forward. I chose my path and I accept it. The call of Hirano does not enter my thought anymore.
Hirano holds another weapon the worm has over us. It too can be damaging. We will see the kind of amends that you have made tonight. And what of you, 10 Point? When you first came here with Aiden, I gave you a task to perform. How is that task?
She kind of blinks, glancing up. To provide the means for him to make this progress, right?
That is not the task I set you.
She kind of looks stricken for a second, somewhat thoughtful, but definitely somewhat taken aback. I'm sorry, Raya. In the chaos of preparation, I must have forgotten.
That is disappointing. When we first met, I told you to foster your relationship with growth and dove spirits. Did I not?
I have not involved the doves, Raya, but I have fostered our relationship. I made use of the drugs that you recommended, awaken them so they would not wear off even if he shifted.
That was a good step. But it is only a bandage for a deeper wound. Dove spirits are spirits of peace. Plant and growth spirits often spirits of healing. And I understand that we were at war and duty to the sept can be overwhelming. But you are Theurge. Your duty, above all, is to be the link between Garu and the spirit world. Same as it is for Felix. And there will come a day, and I feel it coming soon, where the road and the path will call to me once again. And I will not be here. Instead, someone else will take my mantle. And they may not be able to give Aiden the same help that I am able to provide. Do you understand?
And her head has certainly dropped some, but there's still a perceptible nod. Yes, Shreya. I
As with-
apologize for my oversight.
So, we will go and we will see the kind of amends that Aiden has made. If it is enough for him to overcome the emotions that have plagued his actions. And Broken Whispers reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a dried purple leaf. Crumpling in his hands. You hear him speak a strange language. I don't think any of you have Arabic as a language.
Nope.
This is America.
Okay. But he speaks this, and as he's sort of polishing his palms with this purple plant, he spreads it over the fire, and the fire seems to spark, and a thick white smoke appears. For the purposes of this scene, and this scene only, consider all gauntlet ratings for the purposes of passing the gauntlet. Passing the gauntlet, not gifts, not anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Your difficulties are -2.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
And there's a moment just before the smoke stops billowing out of the fire where you swear just for a second the umbra sort of overlaps the natural world just for a little bit, and then it goes back.
If I may ask, what does this effectively render the local gauntlet? Because on Sept, I know it's already fairly low.
As I said, it can't go lower than 3 for the purposes of rolling.
Yeah, true. I only asked because,
So.
10 Point has Pulse of the Invisible active on Sept all the time because her Gnosis is high enough, but it'd be really funny to see Aiden react if it rendered it low enough for it to work for him.
It won't render it active enough for him for it to work for him. But if anybody has slipped sideways, can I get a roll? I don't think any of you have slipped sideways.
Nope.
No.
Be fucking cool though. Sorry.
So, no, it wouldn't, because it'd be very bad.
Quick, let's get serious in here.
Slip sideways doesn't
I've
always.
put your thing in 3 times, it's still not completely dry, so you're gonna have to let it sit out overnight.
Okay.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you make one of those purple leaves.
Talking about my duvet. So, other than that, Yeah, because slip sideways doesn't always just put you smack dab in the penumbra. It can also leave you smack dab in the dark umbra.
Oh my god, yes.
He says, not realizing how bad that would actually be.
New character concept. You're not ready.
Oh no.
Right, I've derailed enough. I apologize.
So, and he stands up. And he motions for the three of you to follow him.
Yep. Okay.
And we're gonna pull some wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. And you soon realize why he isn't dressed in his normal sort of lupus acting like a Hamid garb, but is in more proper Hamid garb, because you will leave the confines of the Sept. You will go close towards the docks.
May I assume that he is willing to pause so that I can be rendered not a veil breach?
He will pause right before.
And yeah. Same song and dance. Produce hacksaw. Hacky hacky.
He will take your antlers and he will put them in his backpack.
She will willingly surrender them to the right master. Though, before they leave and get out again to where Veil Breachy area is, she will actually, as a precaution, will pull a violin case out of her swag so that she can carry it openly and not have to do things that bend space and time.
So, and again, he will lead you outside. He will lead you towards the docks. And when he leads you towards the docks, you come to one that does not seem to be fairly operational, where the lights might be on in other warehouses. These lights are off. You see several dozen broken windows. And he opens an old, rusted door. Motions for you to go inside.
Yeah, Hayden goes in.
10-point trails behind.
Yes, Felix as well.
All right. When you all are inside, Broken Whispers will stop. I want to make it very clear. While you two are observing, this is for Aiden. And Aiden alone.
Then may we not intervene in any way, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, Hayden will just nod and just, take a breath.
And you will see the you'll see the right master take a step forward. Again, making a motioning sort of hand towards you. As he makes the like the follow me motion, he takes a step forward, steps into the Umbra.
Yeah, I will roll to step over into that damn Umbra. Oh. 3 minus 2. Yep, I'm over.
It is normally around the docks. It is a difficulty 8, but with the -2, it is a difficulty 6.
Yep.
Okay. So, it'll take a while. It won't be an instant transition for anybody, but it'll be quicker for others. Those with 3 successes, we'll see it first. But the full effect is when Aiden steps over. And there seem to be chains in the Umbra. They are chaining a humanoid figure. He seems to have a cloth over its head.
It's like a head tilt, like the fuck? But you kind of will grimly follow the right master, but yeah, he'll be a bit more wary now.
I had to take a while. Procuring him was not easy. Restraining him was harder.
Right.
He raises an eyebrow. Well,
Who is it?
find out.
Yeah, Nathan will take a breath and then pull the cloth off the head.
And you are looking at a much more spiritual version of your father.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
And upon
Okay.
and upon the cloth being removed and the spirit seeing your face, cocks its head back and spits in your face. It's a spirit. You don't actually feel the spit, but you see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sudden shock really is more that hits him first. He kind of just almost wide-eyed, that initial shock as he kind of like touches his cheek, expecting the spit to be there, but he doesn't feel it, and just kind of takes a step back, almost in shock.
Whinging cunt.
That's not possible. You're they don't spit in the ground. Dad.
And it's at this point that that Broken Whispers will go over to the sides of the building and turn a lever, releasing chains. And your father is unchained. He walks forward.
Aiden kind of stands there, much like he did when he was younger, kind of this fist ball type thing.
Okay. He's standing there. As a hand comes out, whacks him right across the face.
Ooh, yeah, he takes the slap and will take that point of rage, you know.
And we're going to see how many bashing that does.
Mm-hmm.
Three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.
4. I'll try soak there now. I soak 2 of it.
Okay. Notice how I said it was a hand that came out at you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, took 2 lethal instead.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, he takes a punch, a hell of a hit, and he like rockets back. Snarling. And yeah, he preps. Yeah, once he takes that kind of lethal hit, he snarls and will spend that rage to shift up to Krynos. Really, probably acting on instinct. And yeah, he just takes Krynos probably just if he is going to get hit again, at least this time he can take some more of the pain, and we'll, kind of stand there.
The spirit looks up at you as you take Krynos and you take the hit. And he says again, whinging cunt.
That's rich talk coming from you.
Oh. Ooh. The boy has a spine now.
I've more than that. I did what you couldn't do.
You say that, yet I'm still dead.
I went and killed the fella, didn't I? I did that. I came here on my own. And I got made a family and I brought them there and I fucking killed him. For you.
Picking up the marbles you already spilt on the ground. Maybe if you were more of a guru instead of a boy playing hero, I'd be alive.
Maybe if you were more of a father, you'd be alive.
Hey, that short fuse.
Yep. It's kicking in. I will spend a willpower point if I can to try and not frenzy.
What?
So I'm down to 3 willpower, and good thing I did. Because I think it's 3 successes. So I'm visibly pissed off.
Go ahead. And you're focused on this. I'm gonna need and this is for Felix and 10-point, because you're focused on this spirit. So I'm not gonna give it to you, but I'm gonna give it to them. You two, Give me a perception primal urge.
Standard diff.
Difficulty 7.
Ooh. Ah, no.
If she is very keenly watching this, is there a chance I can blow a willpower on it? Because she's trying to keep a good assessment of...
Your packmate,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you the willpower.
Okay.
You're worried about your packmate, I will give you the willpower.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about my best friend. Fuck that guy.
Oh.
Nope, nothing. A botch. Well, not a botch. I guess you technically get the willpower success.
You technically do, but you also did botch, so you don't see it this time. But Aiden, gain a rage.
Yep, that's what I rolled. It went to 4, so and I didn't frenzy, and Aiden like visibly shakes in anger. I'm more of a guru than you'll ever be.
That may be true, boy. But our ancestors secretly weep that Gaia chose you.
Cracks his neck a bit. Well, then they can weep all they want. I am the Fianna, Dad. I am Aiden Lynch fucking Krause. And that's just all I have. And not even you can take that away from me.
Fucking Kraus. You took a Silverfang name.
I was adopted into a Silverfang name because my glory is that great. Father.
Your glory is that great to be used as a puppet.
Nobody uses me. Oh, I'll take a rage for that. Hell yes. Yes, I will spend another willpower so I don't fucking frenzy. Whew, down to 2, and yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, but I spent willpower as well. Oh, Jesus.
And again, I will allow Felix and 10 Point to make a perception primal urge.
Still diff 7?
Still diff 7. And Aiden, you're getting another rage.
And I will be taking a point of rage over the statement.
Still no, not taking a rage because fuck that guy.
10 point looks Bailey. Yeah, she'll take 1, but 1 success.
Right. 1 success. 10 Point, we'll see it. Off of this spirit, some of its essence seems to split off and attach itself to Aiden. You don't get a real good look at this essence apart from the spirit, but it kind of looks like flies.
And yeah, 10 Point at that point will turn a kind of desperate glance at Broken Whispers and kind of plead. Maybe at least speak to him, Raya.
This challenge is for him to overcome. This is the base of his rage, the base of his emotions. He has to overcome it. All you can provide is comfort.
And in that case, she will not speak to him through the pack link, but I mean, Aiden's familiar with the sensation, so he gets just kind of emotionally blasted with every mote of confidence in his ability that she can throw at him. Every bit of comfort that she can just kind of emotionally push into the back of his head.
When Aiden gets hit with that comfort, he stops the angry pacing. He's still like fuming with rage.
Of course he is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He should be at what, 6 at this point?
Yeah, 6. I'm on 6 now. Yeah. But he relaxes into Hamid. Closes his eyes. Just shakes his head, still staring at the spiritual essence of his father. You know what, Dad? You keep telling me things I haven't told myself 1,000 times over. That's all you keep saying. But and you're right. He'll look down, rub at his face. Maybe you're right. But I'm still a better man than you'll ever be. Because I can admit it.
Right. You might be a better man than I am. And I might be telling you things you've told yourself from time to time. And he gets up in your face and he whispers. So here's something new. She loved you because she only knew that she'd have to see you for a short time.
Oh, shit. Holy shit, okay. Alright, the player needs to get, like, stuck in the, like, oh shit! So, okay. Whew. So I'm gonna have to roll something. And, I'm gonna try to spend a willpower again as Aiden's shock registers to pure, raw, blinding hate. As thank the Lord, merciful Jesus. I don't frenzy, I don't thrall, but the look of pure shock emerges on his face. Don't you dare say her name. Don't you dare speak of her. And what do you know?
What do we know? We know many things. And at this point, I'll need you to roll me a perception primal urge.
All right. What's the difficulty?
Because you're going to get a rage again, and at this point, your focus isn't so much on him. You've been severely rocked, so it's going to be difficulty 7.
Okay, I will roll it. Here we go. 2 successes.
Two successes. You see essence split off of him, and you see it as well. This essence doesn't look like normal spirit essence. It takes the form of flies, and they seem to go into you.
You'll kind of look down. There'll be this kind of strange, like, not like smile, like not like laughter. It's just almost this bitter laughter. He'll look over. I guess you are really a part of me, aren't you?
Always have been. Always will, boy.
Always will. Yeah. Well, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time you go, Dad. Because, yeah, she's gone. And I chose that. And I will love her to the end of my days. I know she loved me, and I know they. Her points at 10 point. Him points at Felix. My pack. The people I brought with me to avenge you. I know my sister. My brothers. And even you. This is not you. This is just me trying to make myself hate myself. So go ahead. Tell me how I failed, Darcy. Because in the end, I didn't just fail her, I failed myself, and I admit that. Maybe that's why you keep appearing for all these years.
It's the spirit almost comes directly up, and you see it move. And I'm going to give the other two a chance to see this as well. Give me another perception, primal urge, 10 point, and 10 point, and Felix. Difficulty 7.
I actually got one.
You see the description that I told 10 point before, except instead of the flies sort of detaching from the spirit, you see the spirit sort of shift, almost like a perception shift, almost like the pixels aren't aligned in the spirit anymore. Instead of what you see a mass of flying insects. You're not really sure what they are, not enough to identify it. If 10 point can get more than one success.
Nah, 10 point is apparently on fucking tilt. She's too far in Aiden's head. She's getting angry. In fact, I will take a rage. I double dodged.
You're gonna actually no. I need you to roll rage. Go ahead, roll.
Well, it puts me
I
at
want
4.
you to roll
So
for frenzy.
Nope.
No frenzy for you.
No. She's on fucking tilt, though.
You will gain that rage, though.
Oh, yeah. She's at 4 now.
And the spirit gets right up in your face. And that's right. You failed. Because that's all you ever do is fail. Even your successes are just because of the stronger hands holding you up.
Aiden would look up for the first time, actually not angry by that. Look up. And how come I went out to die for that sept? And I came back to the mission I picked on my own, Dad. You don't know me at all. I fail. There's a reason I'm called Thrice in fucking Twilight. I rallied the Fenrir and the Fianna. Me. Not Dallas. Not Saoirse. Me. Aiden fucking Lynch.
If I don't know you, boy, how do I know that I could have said all this without you taking a single swing at me?
I don't need to hit you anymore. I don't need to anymore. I don't want to. You can hit me all you want. I'm done fighting your battles. I'm done living to fight for you.
The spirit seems to get visibly annoyed.
Oh, Aiden leaps on that. What's wrong, Dad? You getting angry? He gets in its face.
He walks around you, and again, as the spirit begins to walk, Felix and 10 Point, go ahead and roll me another primal urge perception. I'm looking for 2 successes here, guys. 2 successes. You can do it.
Come on, guys, come on.
Nope.
I could do something decidedly unwise. May I spend again?
No, not at this point. No.
Oh shit!
Hey.
As it's moving around, you see the same thing as I described to Felix. You see that sort of shift in the form of this thing, as if the pixels all of a sudden just went off, and everything is at like a 10 degrees angle from where it should be. And it doesn't look like Aiden's father anymore. It looks like a mass of flying insects.
Yeah, especially as he rails back at it, kind of shifts modes as she sees it reacting and starting to kind of not dissolve, but start to kind of derez in a weird way. She will push more confidence, more encouragement into the back of his head. She can't speak, she can't use words, but there's a lot of wordless emotion just being thrust through the link.
These are angry insects. You see a little bit more. They're gnats. They're not wholesome insects. Is that all you're doing?
Well, I'm not allowed to intervene. I'm not allowed to speak using words. But yeah, especially as he pushes back and as he kind of takes on a more aggressive stance, there's a substantial encouragement. And actually, she will... I don't know if it technically breaks the rules. It's not intervening. It's enlightening. For a brief moment, she will share her eyes.
Yeah, Nathan, like he's following him as he's circling him. So
you will see the gnats again, as you saw them before. These are insects. This thing is in the shape of your father. It's like him. You hear his voice. You can even smell him.
look at you. A whirling buzz of chattering voices. What are you? Because you're not my father, and you're not me. And now you're realizing I don't need you anymore. I don't need that anymore. In fact, you're fucking scared, aren't you? Answer me, you snarl it.
And the vision of your father fades away. Instead, there is this mass, a humanoid mass of insects, just sort of flying in a bunch, and you see these red glowing eyes in front of them. And it looks at you, and it starts to shake with laughter. I am you. I am a part of all of you.
And if you know me so well, you know what's about to happen next.
We'll see. Are we calling for initiative?
No, Aiden's gonna turn around and walk away. Towards the door, back.
He walks away. He walks away.
Mm-hmm. Turns his back to it and walks.
He walks.
Past the right master, past Felix, past 10 point. He keeps walking, does not look back.
There's a chuckle that comes from broken whispers as you pass him. And he pulls out a bag. And he walks towards the spirit. He just growls at it. In the bag. And you see the spirit split into a cloud of bugs. Anybody want to try and see what it is?
Man, I know what that is. It's a bag of bugs.
I can't see. I have my back turned to it. So.
I'll roll. What the fuck am I rolling?
Does anybody have worm lore?
I have a whole point.
Go ahead, roll me intelligence, worm lore.
That is 4 successes.
God damn.
Jeez.
I
I'm
have
good.
2.
I'm good at my lores.
This is what is known as a bitter rage. Bitter rages exist for the sole purpose of driving Guru mad. They feed on rage. And in turn, they fuel that rage, pushing their prey into frenzies of ever-increasing proportion. In many ways, they are a spiritual equivalent to a rabies attack. While these Banes prefer to target Gru and other changing breeds, they can also choose to affect humans and even animals who become too close to worm-infested areas. Even creatures which normally don't possess rage gain the powers of spiritual anger when ridden by these Banes, including the ability to regenerate and to frenzy.
Jesus.
Well, damn.
And as it's identified, endpoint will share what she knows of it immediately. It's almost as if Aiden is realizing on his own. It's just kind of implanted there.
And Broken Whispers will stop Aiden for a second. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Do you understand what you did?
Yeah. I do.
Do you understand why it is important?
He'll just nod. I understand, Raya.
Good. Nothing more needs to be said here. You are free.
Thank you, Raya. You look visibly exhausted, Trickies, after blowing like a shitload of willpower. And
You're at like 1 will?
1 will, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have fun with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun ride.
Part of me was
And how much rage?
part of me was thinking, Robert's like, you're at 1 will. Fuck it, roll me rage.
oh shit! I'm on 1 willpower and 7 rage. Oh, hot diggity dog! Yeah, Aiden will just begin to slowly walk, incredibly tired.
And unless she is stopped, since it is in theory over, 10 Point will almost immediately ease up alongside him.
Now that Felix is alone in the room with the Broken Whispers, roll initiative. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
The glasswalkers in the regards.
Could you imagine such a usurping, though?
That'd be amazing.
That would be a Glasswalker thing to do.
Don't tempt me, Robert! Don't tempt me!
Shiv, I'm the right master now.
2 in the back of the head and oops.
Oh my god.
But yeah. So, unless anybody has anything left to do, I think this is a good place to end our scene.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And thank you, ST, for the individual attention. And we will see you next time on the Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York.